Hello class, my name is James Scott, and for today's demonstration I will be demonstrating how to make vanilla cupcakes. It's pretty easy to make. You can do it with several easy ingredients that we have around the house. We're going to need to use baking powder, sugar, milk, baking soda, salt, vanilla extract, 2 eggs, and butter. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and put together our flour, which we're going to need, looks like 1.5 cups of flour. Go ahead and get your measuring cup out there, make sure that it's nice and even. After mixing that, we're going to then need the baking powder, which we're going to need, it's like 1.5 teaspoons of that. And the salt, which we need, looks like just a pinch of salt here. Alright, and then after that we'll just go ahead and mix these together, just our dry ingredients. Just go ahead and whisk that together. Alright, so we've got that stirred together. Now we're going to mix together, in a separate bowl here, we're going to break up the eggs into a separate bowl. Along with the sugar, which this recipe calls for 2/3 cup sugar. And now when we mix these, we're going to go ahead and use the electric blender here. Whisk these together to get a nice foamy consistency. And again, you'll do this until it gets nice and foamy here. Again, you should do this for about 2 minutes or until again it gets foamy. Nice and mixed together here. We're going to go ahead and add the vanilla, which this recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then after we apply the vanilla, we'll go ahead and add the butter, which this recipe calls for 6 tablespoons, excuse me, of butter. And we'll go ahead and mix this together after adding these new ingredients in here. Again, it's important to get the sides, so you make sure to get all the ingredients mixed together here. Now we're going to go ahead and slowly start adding our dry ingredients here. We're going to go ahead and add about half of the dry ingredients. Go ahead and start mixing the rest of here. it's important to get the size, so you can go ahead and make sure to get all the ingredients added up here. And this is what it's looking like so far. Again, you want to make sure all this gets mixed together here. From here, we're in the middle of here, we're going to go ahead and add the milk, which the recipe calls for half a cup of milk. Go. Mix that in here along with the rest of the dry ingredients. There we are. Now we have all of our ingredients mixed together here, so we're going to go ahead and stir this together. And again, we're going to want a nice, creamy consistency here. Go ahead and speed this up just a little bit. Get this to mix a little faster. Sometimes it helps midway through to grab your whisk and get that extra stuff on the side to make sure it's getting evenly mixed here. It's looking good so far. Go ahead and mix this a little bit more. It's still needing a little bit more. Make sure you get all the chunks of flour and the other dry ingredients evenly mixed with the wet ingredients. Get a nice consistency here. Here we go. You can see it's nice and evenly mixed. Not any chunks of flour in there or any of the other dry ingredients. It's nice and creamy. And you got a nice yellow tint to it with the vanilla. So from here we've got everything mixed together. The next step would be to go ahead and preheat your oven. To make this, you go ahead and you'll need to preheat your oven to 350. And while we wait for the oven to preheat, we'll go ahead and line our cupcakes here, which we'll go ahead and make the dozen here. And after you get these all lined up, you'll go ahead and you'll add the batter, each cupcake liner, for each cupcake about 3/4 of the way up. So then that way it's got a little bit of room to rise and you've got plenty of room to add your frosting. So go ahead and do one. And then we'll take a break from the camera while these cupcakes are baking. It should look just like that. Alright, so we went ahead and we baked the cupcakes for about 20 minutes. And from here you can see they've got a nice golden brown. What you'll do is you'll get a toothpick and you'll just stick it through the center just to make sure that they're done. You shouldn't get any goo that pulls up from the top. It should come out clear. After you're done with that, you'll go ahead and frost your cupcakes and you'll be able to enjoy. I want to thank you again for listening to my speech.